Hi guys, it's Aunt B from Aunt B's Homestead. I hope you got a chance to look at all of the things that I just put in the camera's view. Okay, there are things that aren't in the camera's view, and that's what we're going to talk about today. This is safety tip one of about three. And if you like it and want me to go do a little more, then you can let me know. Okay? So let's use, as an educator, I like to use props. Okay? Props and prompts. So these props are going to prompt me to think about sewing safety, but probably not in the way that you're thinking. Okay? Probably not in the way you're imagining. Okay, so props help us do a lot of things. These props is going to tell, hey, hold on. These props will help me share with you some tips to remain safe. Okay, I have a circle here. Okay, that circle is very strong and very tight. Okay? People often talk about circles, tight, strong, and sewing. I can use this for many things. But what we're going to do is talk about when you're in your community, right? You have all of these people in your community. How are you going to keep everybody in that circle of friends? How are you going to keep everybody happy? Well, we let people know. You can comment, you can contact me. We care about everyone. All right. So let's take that away. We've addressed that. I'll throw them to the side. So let's talk about this measuring tape here. Hi, hello. Is it Tam? Tam Faye? Hi. How are you, bro? So I'm just talking about sewing safety, right? And we were on the measuring tape. Sometimes we might not measure up, right? But when we communicate, we can learn and we can do better next time. So let's keep that. That's safety, right? With sewing, because measuring up sometimes leads to other things. All right, doing good. Let's keep going. Now we have thread, right? We have thread. Thread holds things together, right? But we also need a needle. Sometimes that needle pricks, but that causes us to back off a little bit. So when we're being safe and communicating safely with each other, we have to know when we poke somebody accidentally, and then we have to use our thread and get everybody back together again. Sometimes it requires saying sorry. That's a safety tip, because when people don't say sorry, they get upset, don't they? And then we don't never know what might happen next. So we're using these sewing items and tools to help us with safety. Strings. Oh, let me pull this up. Strings. Woo! You know how people say no strings attached? Well, you want to be attached if you come online, right? So we have to make sure that we set things in place so that we can know how we are supposed to act in our community. Since we're still building, you can help me know. Sometimes people say in the comment section, uh, don't say that. Sometimes I'll say, it's okay. It's okay to say that. Oh, there's a question, guys. Let's pause for a second. It says, what's your name? My name is Beverly, and better known as Aunt B. And you can look at the bio and it'll tell you a little more about me, okay? All right. And I'm friendly. And I'm looking for friendly people to come on to share this space with me. All right. And then we have that warmth, right? We have cloth to hold us together, keep us warm. So, those with sewing safety, that tip would be to use kind words to warm us up, right? Just like our cloth and our fabric and things that we use and sew to pull our world together, right? Let's move this. Screens. When you're in, thank you. When you're in online and sewing, make sure you're focusing on what's visible. That's why I have this, okay? This has something to do with sewing, but it is not a sewing tool. All right, this is like a screen. So if I had my mail behind this screen, which I don't, if I had my mail behind the screen and I'm on live, everyone would see my information. So be careful, okay? So I'm going to stop there, but I want to use this to say do more of what makes you happy because sewing safety means being kind and respectful to each other too, right? So I will often say things that helps make you happy, hopefully. And when I don't, let me know, and I will definitely correct that. Because I ain't too proud to correct myself. I'm not too proud to correct myself when I do something wrong, whether sewing or any other time. But I will let you know when my projects or boho or just me being creative, okay? All right, so let's put a pin in it right there and then we'll button this up later, okay? But thank you so much for coming on. Go look at some of the other videos and decide if you want to be in a nice, loving, kind, warm community like this. Thank you so much for visiting Aunt B's homestead. If you say hi, I'll say hi too. But right now, I'm going to say goodbye and have an amazing day.